Hi, Jewells68 here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, June 30th. That's it. It's the end of June. Didn't make a video last week because, as you know now, I was not home. The secret is out. Jennifer and Amber and I got together last week for a Sandbox Sisters, that's what we call ourselves, Sandbox Sisters retreat. This was my first time doing any kind of retreat type thing where you take your sewing machine and whatever projects you want to work on and you put yourself in a house with no family. You know, you don't watch TV, you just turn the coffee on, have a big bowl of M&Ms ready. Let me tell you, the M&Ms were endless. Big bowl of M&Ms and lots of coffee. There was a decent amount of wine consumed, and and you just sew. Oh my God, I got so much done. I cannot believe it. First thing I want to show you is this awesome, not that anything I made, but the other two ladies made or brought really cool things for each of us to bring home from retreat. This is the beautiful hand-painted mug that Miss Amber, Summer of Sandbox Sisters, made for us, and it's got my name on the back, so we each had our own. And Miss Amber also gave each of us one of these amazing tools. Now this is actually from an auto supply, but check this out. It telescopes and it's got a magnet on the end. What is it for? Picking up pins. So let's say you're in the middle of doing something, you drop some pins, all you gotta do is put this sucker down and boom, you pick it up. Is that not the coolest thing ever or what? Let's see, what else? Oh, and Amber also made each of us, out of fairy frost, of course, one of these coasters, which actually also is, some of you may recognize as a wine glass coaster. I mean, we just used it as a regular coaster because we weren't using wine glasses, but there's a way you can, like, because of the way it folds, you can slip the bottom of the wine glass in there, and that way it doesn't, like, sweat anywhere, and it's just attached to the glass, so you don't have to keep remembering to put it on the table. She also brought some fabric, which was fun. I can't show it to you right now because actually it's set aside with some blocks to work on for Project of Doom. So I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's in a baggie or one of these things over here. The other person to bring some fun stuff was Miss Offenjen, who made each of us a mug rug. Whoops, do I have that up? Right side up down. With her fairy, one of her fairy patterns. Very cute. Quilted mug rug. She also gave each of us this, I guess it's fat quarters or half yards, I'm not sure. This is all from a quilt type theme, Texas theme quilt that is from several years ago, Quilts Across Texas. So it's all Texas themed fabric. There's blue bonnets on black, blue, Texas state, flags, just stars, white stars on red, and of course the Quilt Across Texas there. So that bundle. She also set the whole thing up, found the awesome place that we went to, and hung out for several days, and it was perfect. We were able to set up our machines and have plenty of room. We didn't have to put up any portable tables. I have to tell you, if you have the opportunity to get together with family or friends and do something like this where you're just away from all of your other responsibilities for even just a day or a couple of days, and just the fellowship with other crafters, whether you're sewing, knitting, whatever it is just amazing. Wow. It was just an amazing, I was just completely relaxed by the time I left that place, even with having to have a really long drive home. It was just awesome. So I'm so glad I got this. First time I ever got to do it, and it's definitely not going to be the last. What else? I worked on Project of Doom blocks because I was behind, and I knew I had a lot going on, and I knew that the retreat was coming. So I just basically, the way I prepared was I printed the patterns that I wanted to work on, and I thanks to a little poll I have with the designer, was able to get access to blocks that hadn't been released yet, and printed all my patterns, cut them out, selected my fabric, and I put each pattern, the pattern pieces with the directions, the sewing order, and all of the fabric that I had picked in separate baggies. I was ready to go. So all I had to do was take one baggie out, get that block done, boom, done. Take the next baggie out, sew my block. So I got through block 28, and actually we're only, block 26 is what got released last week. So I believe it was block 26 was released last week. So not only am I caught up, but I'm ahead. And this weekend I did block 29. So I only have one block left for Phoebe's Project of Doom. I can only show you through 26 because that's all that's been released. 27 will come out tomorrow. I will put pictures of those at the end of the video. One of the other things that we did was we decided that since I'm doing the June prize, we thought it would be fun. I still wanted to do the options because everybody's really been enjoying having different options to choose from. So I decided to have one of the options be, we started a scrap basket of all the fabrics we were using, and some of these scraps are scraps. They're maybe like a half square triangle, all the way up to almost fat quarter size. So there's some of them that might be an eighth of, you know, like almost like a fat eighth. There's some pretty decent sized scraps in there. It's had a few things added to it since then, but yeah. So this is going to be one of the options for the June prize, and I'll talk more about that later. But you'll know that if you choose this, you will be getting a piece of the Sandbox Sisters 2015 retreat. So it's not quite the same as being there, but because it was 3 people contributing, there's a lot of variety in the types of scraps that are in there. So one of the other things I worked on during the retreat was the monkey quilt, and the top is finished thanks to Jennifer providing this brown dotted fabric for the sashing, and leftover monkey fabric from some fabric I had given her when she was finishing a quilt for me that I had made, that was for a quilt for my nephew. Whoops, wrong way around. So here's that. So yeah, it's about 48 inches, approximately 48 inches square. I think it's plenty big now. Was originally going to put a border on it and make it more of a rectangle, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to get myself some batting and backing and get that sucker basted, and probably do a some diagonal grid type straight line quilting on that. So that's it for retreat. I just cannot express how important this was in me just moving some things along that I've just been kind of dragging. But also, I needed it so bad this vacation, oh my god. So, let's talk about the June prize. And my notes just flipped over. Let's talk about the June prize. So, in the tradition that we've kind of been going to the last few months, I don't remember who started it, but I think it was a great idea. We're going to do some options. So, option A I already mentioned, which is this bag of scraps. One of the other things that Miss Jennifer brought, I forgot to show you, is this brush, excellent brush for cleaning your sewing machine, getting stuff off the feed dogs and all that good stuff. Anyway, she gave each one of us one of these, and she also gave me one to include in the prize. So here's option A. Option A is a bag of scraps. I cannot guarantee that it will not be even more full before I mail it, because it probably won't get mailed till next week. And I still am working on, so there's Project of Doom fabric in here, there's monkey quilt fabric in here. There's stuff from quilts that Amber and Jennifer were working on. There's stuff that I've supplemented since I got home to fill it up even more. If you're a paper piecer and you don't have a lot of small pieces already laying around, this would be great. Those of you that are working on the Project of Doom, this would be great. This is option A. You'll get this and the brush, bag of scraps, bag of scraps and brush. Option A. Option B to choose from. This is a bundle of remnants or yardage that I've bought. None of it is as big as a yard, but I believe all of it is at least a fat quarter. So Fat quarters up to maybe half a yard, possibly more, but probably no more than half a yard. So fat quarter to half a yard of, I know this fabric right here in the front that you can see, that was a fat quarter. So it's florals and or paisleys. The majority of it is sort of a blue theme, even though it's got some of it's a blue background or white background or green background. It's a bit of a floral theme. This one has little birds on it, so you got, this one is sort of a mixture of paisley and florals. Then there's also florals in there, that's some brown. So you could use this to make an entire quilt, quilt top, not the back obviously, but that was all floral and paisley. So B is florals, paisleys, and I'll still throw in the sewing machine brush because this is still a sewing prize, right? Option C is also another sewing option. It is a kids panel and children's fabric remnants, and I'll still throw in the brush. Now here you've got an entire panel, and I'll just show you a corner of it there. But there's an entire panel of, it's teddy bears playing baseball, and it's got like a town with roads and things like that, so it's like a park. Could do a great kids quilt with that. It would be the entire top. It could be the back of a kids quilt. Could be a play mat. I didn't realize I had two of these, and I sent one of these to Hard Hat Cat a while back, and I found a second one when I was going through my fabric. So there's that. There's also just some jungle themed children's fabric, and there's also zoo animals driving construction vehicles or cars and things like that. So it's sort of a combination of traffic and zoo animals. So one's sort of a combination of the two, and then you have the teddy bear. You have like the teddy bear play mat deal there. So you've got a panel and two large remnants, at least a quarter, fat quarter, bigger than a fat quarter, closer to a half, about a half yard of each of those kids fabrics, and the sewing machine brush. Finally, your final option, option D for the prize, is this bag of 100% cotton yarn and 2 crochet hooks. One is a bamboo size K and one is a plastic size Q, which I don't think I've ever used. Anyway, this is all except 2 skeins are sugar and cream. 2 skeins are I love this cotton. Several skeins are 100% full, never been used. The remainder have had a tiny amount used. There's £1.5 at least, I think, of 100% cotton yarn, and that is your option D. And that's it. As if that's not enough for 1 week. Chock full of stuff, I know, but I haven't talked to you guys for a couple of weeks, and so much happened on retreat. So anyway, I just want to end with, if you get a chance to do something like that, have a sew day with your friends, even if it's not an overnight, oh my God, do it. Do it. It is so much fun, and you get so much done, and it just feels great. So I highly recommend it. I will draw the winner next week of the June prize. So anyone who submitted, anyone who posted a Talk to Me Tuesday video in the ttmt.livejournal group in the month of June will be entered in the drawing. You'll get 1 entry for each video that you posted to that group in June. I'll do the drawing next week. You can choose one of the 4 prizes, and that's it. I look forward. I haven't watched anybody's videos yet from last week. I'm still playing catch up. So I have a long weekend, and I will make sure I'm caught up this weekend through this week's videos. I look forward to watching your videos, and I will see you next week. Bye!